Hi, you guys. A little bit late today. I'm having a few technical difficulties, so uh, I wanted to. I'm going to stay on the same subject I have for the past few days, and that's you know trying to get people to wake up, to stand up. We've got to get together. We've got to unite. And today I wanted to cover a little bit of that subject with all you guys. Some of you are Indians, some of you are black, some of you are white, Hispanic, and what I got to get across to you is we're all in a lot of trouble. We're all in this thing together, okay? If this country goes down, every one of you, it doesn't matter what race you are or anything, you're in the same hellhole as everybody else. Nothing's going to change. Nothing will make that different, okay? So I want and need to get this across to you guys, and the best way I know how to do it is I've got a clip here by uh, Russell Means. A lot of you know who he is or was. He died here about a year ago, but he's an Indian activist. He led the people at Wounded Knee, and but and the other one is uh, CL Bryant, and he's a preacher, but he's also an activist now. But both these guys, uh, they say it better than I can, and that's basically they compare their issues, American Indian Native issues, and black issues, and how America has become all of that. You know, Russell says that America has become one big reservation with all these people in power uh, being the instigators. C.L. Bryant says that these people have driven all of us, are trying to drive us all on to the plantation and slavery and death. And uh, they just say it better than I can. So I'm going to put them on, listen to what they've got to say, because this is all of us. And we all are there. And some of you who don't understand because you've never been involved with the slavery issues or the Native American Indian issues, uh, you need to understand it because it's the same stuff. Just coming home now. So listen to these guys. Uh, One thing I want to point out a little bit real quick is Russell talks about how they got the Native American Indians to how they pushed them onto the reservations, and it was by cutting off their food supplies and their ability to move to on their own land. Okay, they're doing that to us right now, you guys. Monsanto, GMOs, check stops, all this stuff is a plan. Okay, I'm I got to get off here, so listen to these guys, and I'll come back and talk to you after they're done. All right, bye.
I'm an Oglala Lakota from the Pine Ridge Sioux Indian Reservation, which is still designated in the Defense Department as prisoner of war camp number 44. You see, Indian people, we don't have any rights, any constitutional protections on the reservation whatsoever. No freedom of speech, no privacy. Wow, you Americans are in the same boat. You know, the American people, for too long, have been an irresponsible, free people. And even generation to generation, as they've become less free, they don't recognize it. They have lost the ability of critical thought. In order to regain critical thought, all you have to do is read your Constitution and then look at the laws that govern you, especially from the federal perspective. It's unconscionable to allow your freedoms to be taken away decade after decade after decade, year after year. And I'm very proud of this, by the way. My nation, the Lakota, were the first nation to militarily defeat the United States of America on the field of battle. And that resulted in the 1868 Sioux Treaty. Be that as it may, what has happened after they economically forced us into these prisoner of war camps by destroying our food supply and our right of passage in our own land, they confined us to these, and then they began practicing and perfecting their colonial tactics. What has happened is now America, because of the irresponsibility of your forebears and the irresponsibility of yourselves, you are now on one huge Indian reservation. All policies were bred and born and birthed on an Indian reservation, and then exported to the world, and now comes back on the backs of the American people.
America is perhaps the greatest success story that the world has ever known. And here I am, the grandson of former slaves. I encourage Americans everywhere to run away from economic slavery and run toward the blessings of liberty guaranteed by our Constitution. So join me, America, as we travel the Underground Railroad and we seek to free ourselves from the slavery of tyranny.
Pre-1960, most African Americans were Republicans. After Martin Luther King was freed from jail by John F. Kennedy, the African American vote has gone Democratic. What exactly did we get exchanged for our 95% Democratic swaying vote? We gave up 3-to-1 odds in abortion.
14 million black babies have died since 1973.
Dependent on welfare systems.
They begin to take young women and they begin to tell the young women, well, we will give you money, you just stay home. But what if I want to get married? You lose your benefits.
When you remove the black man out of the house, the likelihood of the young black men going to jail increases by 60%. This is what this party has given on a platter to African Americans. Sometimes you can't tell the difference between now and 200 years ago. And we, by 95%, support this.
Going back to the plantation. You have a group of people on the plantation, and we've run away. We ran away. We got free.
The more the government gives us, the more debt and more control we accumulate.
But here we come back to the plantation, and we're telling them, y'all can be free.
Anyone that comes along and talks to me about taking away what I've given you, they must be evil. They got to be Republicans.
You have 40, 50 years, an entire culture of people. This is all they know. They don't know anything else.
Because see, in the black community, there's always somebody's got to keep them niggas in control.
You could call it slavery in the slave quarters or now in the urban ghettos of America.
I think life is about our future and making decisions that you feel like will serve you best.
We have an opportunity in this nation as blacks that we could not find anywhere else.
We the people are still in charge of this country.
We've joined up with these people who are haters and they're racist, but they're not. All we're doing is telling the others that are still on the plantation, you can be free.
This is not the land of guarantees, but it's the land of opportunity.
The sky's the limit as to what we can achieve here.
But when you say racism is the problem, you put the power for your future in someone else's hands.
What we need in this country today is more black men to confront it. Because you as a white man, you can't confront it. Right now, if you said anything to the black community, you're going to be accused of racism.
I guess I'm racist too, right?
Tyranny is colorblind.
White or black.
It will control you. Run, America! Run faster! Don't give up! Don't give in! Are you tired yet? Run harder!
America is the freest country the human race has ever known.
This is a country that is divided, and we're going to have social unrest.
Wake up, America! Tell me why you're great! Who holds your liberty? Who holds your freedom? I'm C.L. Bryant, and I am a runaway slave.
Okay, well, as you can see, they put it in pretty straight talk, you know, and the best thing I can tell most of you to do is to really listen to what they're saying, because everything that they're saying is now. We have a government that's out of total control. It's hell-bent on taking America under, and if we go under, these guys are right in terms of, you can look at the reservations. What reservations really would be for us now will be the FEMA camps. They're prisoner of war camps, okay? And the plantation, the slavery and everything, well, there is going to be some slavery, but not much, because if you understand Agenda 21, they're going to kill everybody, almost everybody, 92% of the world population, okay? So there's not too many that are going to be around, but those that are going to be slaves, period. Now, I know that there's nobody that's listening to me right now that wants any part of slavery, whether you're an Indian or a black person, white person, Asian, Hispanic, and that's what you're going to get. That's all that's coming out of what's happening right now, if we don't stop it. Okay? I couldn't be any more serious than I am now. And as I always say, I'd rather be fishing, but this has got to be done. It's got to be said. And you guys have to wake up. We have to stand together, all of us. Doesn't matter what the issues have been in the past right now. We have to deal with those later. You know, I'm not saying that they aren't important issues. I'm just saying that if we lose America, there won't be any issues. Period. And it's just like C.L. Bryant said there, you know, about running and everything. You getting tired? Run some more. You know, but we have to stand up and stop this thing, or we all lose. And it's close, you guys. It's closer than a whole lot of you have any idea. But I'm begging you to wake up now and help. Stand up. Let's stop this thing before it turns into bloodshed, because it's gonna be really ugly. No joking around. We're past the joking stage, okay? There's no time left. Everybody has to make a decision, and they have to do it quickly now. Okay? I love you guys, and I hope you can get something out of this. All right? Take care. Bye.